So I guess the first thing I would like to share with you guys is my coming out story. I met a lot of girls or guys that comes like to my DM like, oh my God, how should I come out to my family? It's not easy. It's harder for some than it is for some. But my story, I was about 16. And I was like hanging out. I wasn't hanging out with any gay people or anything like that. It was just like, whatever. So when I was in high school, I had a boyfriend and everything. And so basically what happened was I met a girl. I won't say her name because she's married now. No, I'm just playing, but she has a girlfriend. I want to be. But her name, no, not her name, but we were just cool or whatever. And then it was just weird because I kind of started crushing on her and she started crushing on me, but she was on the basketball team. And so it was one of those situations where it was like, all basketball players, they always start off like low key or whatever. Like that. She wasn't even out. So we started like, hanging out after school and just like doing all that. But it was weird because I knew it was something. It wasn't normal. I actually crushed on her. So eventually, long story short, we started dating and it was pretty cool. Like I enjoyed it a little too much. And all my friends were straight friends, by the way. They were in the game. And so I was a little scared. Like, damn, how am I going to tell people this? How am I going to tell my mom? Whatever. But things started getting a little more serious than I expected. Next thing I know, we just really like started hitting it off heavy. So after that, like her mom didn't know, it was just like whatever. My birthday came around. And she, how like friends get you just little bitty gifts? She went all out. She got me like a little necklace, little promise ring, whatever. And it was just like a lot. Like, my mom was just like, why is she doing, why is she buying you all of that stuff? Like, friends, my other friends, they would bring me like little cards or something with little gifts in it. Maybe $5 or something. And like, she just went all out, like spent all her little money on me. So my mom was just like, what is going on? Like, do you like her? What's going on? And I was just like, no, I don't like her. Because I was having a slumber party. And I didn't want my mom to say that she couldn't come. So basically, my mom, I had to tell her the truth. We ended up not being able to, like, she couldn't sleep over and none of that no more. Maybe like a year later, it was like a year later because we dated for 2 years. Like a year later, we ended up like being able to sleep over at each other's house and whatever. Well, at my house. Her mom was like not, she didn't know. Then eventually, like, me and her mom, we ended up getting out. However, I'm not sure. It seems like I always meet girls whose parents don't know, but we ended up getting out, and then after that, we were just like girlfriends, and then we ended up breaking up, and then it was just like, oh, it wasn't a phase because right after that, I got a new girlfriend. So it definitely wasn't a phase. But shout out to her. We're friends now. Like, we're legit cool. Like, I try to keep in touch with my exes. Like, I mean, it's not no hard feelings. Everybody moves on. It is what it is. But we're pretty good friends now. And I just never knew, like back then, you just never know who you end up with. So after that, I had to like, once my mom got comfortable with it, but after that relationship, my mom was actually more comfortable with it afterwards. Like, it was just like, oh, okay, whatever. It's not a phase. It is what it is. So after that, she didn't see any more boys or anything. Like, it was strictly studs at the time. Strictly studs. And so it was kind of like cool, because then eventually, like, like once I got a little older, she started like letting them sleep over or whatever. But it took a while for her to like eventually let up. Like, at that point, she didn't even want any girls spending the night. It was like kind of weird because she was just like, only friends. She didn't, because it's the same thing. If your mom, if it was a guy, she wouldn't let a guy sleep over. So I had to be understanding, but at the time I wasn't. Like, I was like, she's a girl, I can't get pregnant. But at the same time, it's like whatever. So now that I'm older, I understand that point of view now. But it's pretty hard to come out to your parents, you know, depending on who your parents are or how you were raised, or you know how that goes. But it can be hard, it can be devastating, you know, but it's a lot of people out here that are struggling with that and just that. And it sucks because, you know, every day you hear about somebody, you know, suicidal thoughts or actually going through with suicide just for those reasons, because they don't really have people to talk to about it. But luckily I was blessed with an understanding mom and an understanding family, you know, who just want happiness. You know, that's all what my family is about. So you do need like friends, you know. And then it was just funny because I was the only lesbian at my high school, and I ended up winning most popular when I was a senior, which was cool because I was the only lesbian that was out, you know, like nobody knew, like what the fuck, it wasn't popular then. So it was kind of just surprising for everybody, like, wow, the gay girl won most popular, but the cool gay girl won most popular. So, but to this day, it's cool. It's okay. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to live. It's okay to breathe. If that's what you want to do, then just do it. Love is love. And for all of the people that are struggling with that, I just suggest, you know, you can always talk to anybody. Anybody. Me, I don't care. You know, it's hard, but people need to be able to be their selves and not scared, because when you hold things like that in, it's kind of like anything can happen. People can get crazy. People can think mean thoughts. People will talk about you. Everybody's gonna talk about you, regardless if you're with a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter. But I just don't feel like I just feel like more people needs to be more people around that people that are going through this can talk to, because it can get really deep. It can get really, it can hurt. It can hurt if you don't have anybody to legit talk to or cry to. People cry every night. It's probably somebody watching this video right now that cries every single night, that's fighting with their sexuality. And it sucks. And I hate, you know, that people can't live their life and be whatever and be happy. Everybody wasn't blessed to have the family that I have. Everybody wasn't blessed to have the friends that I had back then that wasn't gay. And they still accepted me for me. And they still accepted Candace, and they still wanted to be around Candace. My friends didn't disown me. They didn't stop sleeping over. They didn't stop sleeping in my bed. You know, it wasn't weird, you know, so. But shout out to the people who have gotten past that stage. And even shout out to people who hasn't. It's just all about communication and talking. And write it out on paper if you need to. Talk to somebody. Tell your parents. If you're not ready, don't tell them. Everybody has their time. Everybody has their story. So, anything else you want to know about this particular situation, you can comment or write me on Instagram. Cruel Candy, KRUEL_KANDYY. Glad I could share that with you.